Ready for another day's hiking.
I've just fallen over and I've got my foot stuck. Oh, what is that swinging? Looks like a noose. Look at this. All down my elbows, hands. It's quite windy though, isn't it? Sense having a little shakedown. God, I hope I'm ready for this. Let's see what the crack is with parking then. So we've got daily tickets, they're going to be no good. Long stay, 24 hours, 650, 48 hours, 8 quid. There is no guarantee that I'm going to be back here in 48 hours, so that only leaves us with £17.50 for a 7-day ticket. Right then, let's do this. That's the Volvo sorted for a week. Let's get cracking. So we are parked in the Askrigg Falls National Trust car park, and we are about to begin a little trail called the HERRIOT Way. And before we go into details about the actual hike, I must say, getting here, what a drive that was. I wondered what that bloody racket was. Look how epic that is. So that must be the Askrigg Falls. Wow. What a start. Look at this, 2 minutes into the hike, man. Going the wrong way. Just walked up this hill. Supposed to turn left somewhere. That's it there, that's what I missed. That's the turning. Well, I guess that's it then. The hike starts here. The gateway to the rolling hills of Yorkshire. So this hike, the HERRIOT Way, straight away I've got to admit, I've not done any research, and I wish I had. I literally planned this 2 days ago. I've had it on the list, it's been on the list, it's one of them. So I was thinking, I want to do a bit of a multi-day winter hike where I can pack relatively light, which should allow me to do quite a few miles without doing anything too crazy. So I've got the route downloaded onto 2 different apps on my phone. One of them says 49 miles, one of them says 50 miles. I've just fallen over and I've got my foot stuck. How am I doing this? How am I doing this? How is that happening to me? Less than a mile in. Look at that, look how thin that is at bottom. I went to just slide my foot through. My foot got jammed and I just went head first. Oh my God. Jeebus! What were I saying? I've downloaded the route on 2 different apps on my phone. One of them says it's 50 mile, one of them says it's 51 mile. When you look online, it says it's 52 mile. So we're going to be roughly doing about 50 miles, and I'm giving myself, this could be optimistic, 3 days. To be fair, in summer I'd just bash this out in 2 days, but because of limited daylight, we're going to have to push it on to 3 days. It may even take 4. I hope not, because I don't know if I've got enough food for 4 days. But either way, I'm estimating 3 days. So it's going to be at least 2 nights while camping, and it is actually a circular route, so we will end up back down where the car's parked at Askrigg Falls. Weather-wise, it does look like we're on to an absolute winner. There will be snow. Well, there's actually snow right there. So this time last week, we had that heavy snowfall. So quite a lot of it is still in place. Most of it's melted. Just found some specks. What do you think? Do you think they'd suit me? According to my map, this is actually where the trail officially begins. Somewhere around here anyway. Just this little village. The HERRIOT way then, eh? I bet you think I'm going to come flying with facts and information. All I know is it's named after somebody called James Herriot, who was a vet, and he was a writer. And there was a TV show based on his writings. What I'll do is, I'll get home, I'll do a bit of research, the research I should have done before starting this trail, and I'll drop a little voiceover in for you. How about that?
The HERRIOT Way is a 52-mile circular walking route in the Yorkshire Dales, inspired by the journeys of James Herriot, the famous vet and author. The route typically takes 4 days to complete and passes through breathtaking landscapes, including rolling hills, limestone pavements and charming villages. James Herriot was the pen name of James Alfred White, born 1916 to 1995. He is best known for his semi-autobiographical books about life as a country vet in Yorkshire. His books, which include All Creatures Great and Small, provide heartwarming and humorous stories about veterinary practice, rural life and the bonds between humans and animals.
There we are, so hopefully you're a little bit more wiser about this trail, or about James Herriot. But I'm just here to see these stunning views. Look at the colours in the sky. I have never had so many gates to the start of a trail before. Skinny ass gates as well. And when you're cutting through with backpacks on, good job out carrying all my usual crap. I have kept it pretty lightweight. To say it's a winter pack, obviously I've got my winter bag, but we've not got any 4-season tents throughout with us, but we have got the bivvy, so we should be cushy. We're not due any snow, hopefully, and it does look promising. We're not due any rain either, so that would be an absolute blessing. If we can get 3 solid days of lovely winter's hiking, rambling, camping weather, then I will be a happy man. And we went wrong way, I think. Back the way we came. Yeah, I need to keep an eye out on where I'm going, man. It's when I'm talking to the camera and that, I just get carried away, walking along. So apparently, we should be able to turn somewhere down here. There it is. Yeah, I need to book my ideas up, otherwise it's going to take more than 3 days. Squeezing through the smallest gap. Not accommodating for fatties on this trail, are they? Look what I've done to my best tracksuit. Look at this already. Because of all this snow we've had, and that's all just melted within a matter of days, we're going to have quite a lot of wet fields. Boggy, shitty wet fields. The rivers are fast flowing, so we are walking side by side at the moment with the river Put it up on screen. However you say that anyway, but yeah, she's looking vicious this morning. I'm yet to see any signs that say the HERRIOT Way. What's this? Harper Waff. Harper Waff. Do they speak a different language around here or what? What the hell is Harper Waff? Oh, that's sun. Sun's coming out. Hello there, can I help you? What would you like? mac and cheese, Gromit. God, I hope we're walking over that bridge so I can do a walk by shot like I do every other bloody bridge. And this is why you end up doing loads more mileage because of all the back and forths. It is a cracking bridge though, mind you. It's a sturdy little number. Once again, crossing the river Ure. That'll give you an idea of how cold it is still. Oh. The next little village we'll be entering is Askrigg, 3 3/4 mile that way.
I qualified at the time of the Depression. There was only one job going, and that was in rural Yorkshire. And it took me just a fortnight to realise that this is the life for me.
Whoa! Oh, that sun is lovely shining on my back. But to be fair, the way we're heading, don't know how well you can see that because that sun is in my eyeballs. It's looking quite minging, that sky. Hopefully no rain. So typically this trail is actually split into 4 different sections with roughly 10 to 15 mile each section, and they usually start in one village and end in another village. So that does give people the opportunity to do the hike without actually wild camping, because then you can stay at B&Bs or hotels as you enter each village. I'm pretty sure there will be some campsites en route as well. We don't really do campsites on this channel unless we really have to. Not that there's aught wrong with them, I'm just saying I've got all the wild camping gear, so that's what we do, we wild camp. And I'm hoping, this could be optimistic, I'm heading for around the 18 mile mark on the map. That will be perfect really. If I'm to do this in 3 days, we could do it in 18 mile today. I have got something in my eyeball and I can't be doing 18 mile with something in my eyeball because that is hurting. But anyway, so according to the map, we've got, I don't know how big of a climb it is, we've got quite a big climb just before the 18 mile mark. So we're either going to be doing the climb and camping on the top, or we'll be finding somewhere to camp before the climb. And elevation wise for the actual trail does seem quite gentle. So we've got a 1,860 metre gain. So we're talking Ben Nevis plus 400 metre or so. I can't remember how big Ben Nevis is, but obviously it is 50 mile. We are now 4.8 miles in and we've just made it to a stunning little village called Askrigg. So we've got a shop, we've got a church, we've got campsites, there's a few little bakeries and that, a couple of pubs, everything you need for a little pit stop on a hike like this. Not that I'll be making most of any of that because I'm well prepared, at least for today anyway. Although I have just seen, what is this? I thought it were a little honesty box then, but it is Askrigg Tiny Free Art Gallery. Is that open? Look at that. That's class. Mega is that. Look at that. Is that me? Tiny library as well. Beautiful stuff. I ain't got time to read any of that today. I like it, and it's in little quirky villages like this that you find that sort of stuff. Proper love the little skinny gateways on here. Have you ever seen a 2-piece? Look at that, we've got a 2-piece gate. I've never seen one of them before. That is the skinniest gate. Mate. Whoa. Look at that. Little 2-piece on springback. Love that. Nilgills Falls. Half a mile away. I've got to say I'm loving these stony footpaths, especially for moving fast. Perfect terrain. Shall we see what's in my filthy pouch? So we've got, they're my shades. Well, there's only one thing that I'm interested in really, not my gloves. Hopefully I won't need them till tonight. That's another GoPro, spare batteries. But the main thing I am interested in, two things actually. Some homemade banana cake. And when I say banana cake, I mean choc chip chocolate banana cake. My mum made this. And then in the back compartment, we've got some squashes. Banana and blueberry flavour. Going all in on the bananas, eh? So we've got banana and blueberry. I look like a f***ing blueberry. Yeah, I think this would have been proper deadly in the snow and ice. That is a drop and a half, and it's a steep drop. So you won't want to be slipping down there. Because I was trying to pack light, because I'm going to be covering a fair few miles today, I've only brought with me 750 ml of water. So I have got my water filter with me, of course, so I will be topping up en route. And then I've also brought, I'm not sure which side, not that side, that's my chicken tikka. This side, I've brought an empty litre bottle as well. So I'll fill that up just before we get to camp, if there's a water source. Hopefully there will be. Yeah, look at that now. Starting to open up a bit. I've got a feeling that there must be Penny Gent. Certainly looks like it. All it is round here is just Land Rover, tractor, quad. Land Rover, tractor, quad. There we go. Perfect hiking fuel. I was thinking of topping up on water, but it's these little streams that you've got to be wary of. Because if you just look upstream, there's a big gang of sheep there. There's not worse than getting water from a stream to then find further up that stream there's a load of sheep that have been shitting and pissing right in your water source. Or worse still, a dead sheep. There's not worse than drinking from a stream that's had a rotting carcass in it. It's not ideal, is it? Alright, bruv. Oh, what is that swinging? Looks like a noose. Oh, you're taking the Michael. Whoa, no, slipped. Look at this for a bog fest, man. I'm gonna skirt round the edge. Swear down, man, just heard shots. Someone's firing rounds out here, man. I'd love to see a HERRIOT way sign. Just seems to be these Yorkshire Dales ones.
On call 6 days a week, winter and summer. Injecting sheep for a few pence. Operating on cattle in open fields or in farm sheds.
That'll do. Well, it's not exactly clear, but it's better than no. And what I'm also going to do, which I think is key to any big mileage days, is pop an electrolyte in there. So these are the ones that I buy, just in case you're interested. That's what they look like. Little dissolvable tabs, and these are berry flavour. So I add them in my water, and then I'll just filter the water from the stream straight into this bottle then. Right, so I'm just going to say, if only I'd have got that on camera. I don't know how well you can see this, but I am filthy. Look at that. My arse. All down my leg. Look at this. Look at this. All down my elbows, hands. Yeah, I stacked it coming down there. Straight in wet mud. It's not great. Oh my god. This early into the hike. Head to toe in mud. I've wiped a fair bit of it off, but to be fair, there is no denying that I look like a man who's gone arse over tit. Well, I don't look like a man who's gone arse over tit. I am a man who's gone arse over tit. Well, all that palaver slowed me down quite a bit. We're nearly 8 miles in, but it's also nearly 12 o'clock. So we've still got 10 miles to do today if I want to hit that 18-mile mark. Oh mate, I won't show people on camera because it's pretty gruesome, but just seen a dead rabbit, couple of dead birds. Oh man, it's not nice, is it? Speaking of which, it's 12 o'clock. That means it's dinner time. So for dinner, I've got some tikka style cooked chicken breast. Different shaped slices. Whatever that means. Serves free. Not today, it doesn't. Oh yes. I'm getting back, Tat John. You alright? Hi. Are you going through? Yeah, I'll shut this behind you.
Over there.
That way?
Yeah.
Right, I'll head that way. Thank you. She said the footpath is over there by that gate. So I think that were a polite way of saying, you're on my land, Sonny Jim, get off. Beautiful. Just wish I had cleaner hands to eat it with. Whoa, 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 I've just come out of that field. Bulling field. I don't want that. Where is it? What is this? I've gone wrong way again. Private track. Can't be. At this point, right in the middle of this field, is halfway for today, if I was to do the 18 miles. However, in about a mile, we are coming to the end of section 1. Like I said earlier, this hike is split into 4 sections. So from Askrigg to Hawes is section 1. So in about a mile we can go left down into Hawes, grab some supplies if needed, go to the shops or whatever. Luckily, once again, we've got enough supplies to keep going. So I'm just going to bypass Hawes and crack on with section 2. These are making a right racket. Caught nests up there. Better keep moving, man, I'll be shitting on my head. Yeah, they will, look at the wall. Shit everywhere, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre's out.
How are you today?
All right, how was yourself?
Fine, thanks. Grand weather, eh?
Yes, it's lovely weather. Nice air weather.
Aye, just the thing, eh? You got a coat to see, eh?
Just the right way.
Where are all these sheep running at me? What's up? What's up, boy? Any other animal I'd have cacked me britches then. Bloody big gang of sheep just came running over from quite a long way away as well. They're right in corner of the field, right down there. God knows. I have never crossed so many sections of field with gate after gate after gate. It's just non-stop, endless. Luckily they're just them springbacks, so you don't have to keep locking them. What's this? Hawes circular walk? What about bloody Jimmy HERRIOT? Whatever he's called. Oh, this is stunning now. Now that sun's finally made an appearance again. And what are these? Let's go check these beauties out. Now that is a bench. Some hours have gone into that. Let me tell you. That's class, that, isn't it? I'm going to have to put it down. In loving memory of Lawrence Edward Hughes. Oh my God, 1994 to 2019. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man. Braveheart, Yorkshire's adopted son. Gone but never forgotten. Think it's only right. I'll sit down for a minute, replenish some liquids, and get moving. Oh, look what I've spotted. Buzzing. Thank you very much. Don't see these too often, do you? These days. Once again we've landed in a nice little country village. Green Dragon pub on the left. We've got a little tea room here on the right. It's a stunning little area. There you go, look. Campsite office. So you can do some camping here. There is a campsite. It's always good to know. And look where we've ended up again. We always end up here. Pennine Way, that way, and that's the way we're heading. We always end up on the Pennine Way. It's mad. If I ever do the Pennine Way, back in do loop, it'll be interesting to know how much of that I've already done. Obviously not a lot, because it's over 250 miles or something, innit? But I am on it quite a bit. Well, this is officially the start of the climb. So I've just had my head down, cracking on for the last little section. That village with the pub just down bottom of this hill, not too far away. And then we're cracking on. It's looking claggy now, and that is where we're heading. You can't even see it because it's currently in the clouds, and I can see patches of snow. You can see them a bit clearer over there. Not too much now though. Don't know whether you can see that, but look at the climb that we're just about to do. This first section, I've had it easy, man. I say a big climb, it'll be a couple 100 metres or something. Well, right at the bottom, 250 something metres, or 230 to 700. So yeah, just less than 500 metre ascent to do before we get a camp for tonight. Sick, that. Trials bike and that. Oh, that smell. That petrol smell. Now we're still on it, man. Pennine Way. Or that way. Let's go that way. We're about 14 miles in. So 4 left for today's 18-mile target. And the fell we're going up is called Great Shunner Fell at 709 metres. It's the 3rd highest mountain in the Yorkshire Dales, I remember when I did the Yorkshire Free Peaks Challenge and I wrongly said that Penigent, Whernside and Ingleborough were the 3 highest peaks in Yorkshire. I was wrong. Someone did drop a comment telling me, and he did say Great Shunner fell, but I've only just realised that that's the one we're heading up. I'm hoping I've not made an error in regards to the water. Before I set off, I plotted a few potential water sources along the route, especially close to where I was planning to camp, so before the 18-mile mark. So at 16 miles, that'll be 2 miles off the destination for today, is the last water source that I've put on the map. Hopefully, it's an accurate one. Worst case scenario, although I've not really got the gas for it, we can scoop up some snow. The water that I've got, that's not going to last me all night. It would liquid wise, I'd survive, but obviously I want to make my food and that, so I'm going to need more water for that. And I want a nice little brew. And I can't exactly make a meal with dilute pop, can I? Or berry electrolytes, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So fingers crossed, what looked like a little stream on the map turns out to be a good enough water source. Imagine if this were that f***ing water source. Just a stinking sloppy mess. Luckily it's not, so we're alright. Right, we're coming up to the 16-mile mark. Can you see there? And then right there is where I've wrote water. So hopefully this stream is fast flowing enough, or at least a stream, enough to get some water. Why doesn't it look like a stream? Now I've zoomed in. What's going on here? Oh dear, we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Everything is in my subconscious mind, and if I'm sitting with my typewriter and I'm watching something quite light on television, it all comes nicely out.
I've just been walking on all that turd, thinking it was a path. And then I look to this side, beautiful slabberfons all the way up, nice smooth path. Christ almighty. Gonna have to take a wide berth. Can we stand on that? What is that? No. That is some sticky ass, stinky shit. Yeah, let's do it. Risk it for a biscuit. They're like some cracking mountains over there. As always, don't do it justice on the GoPro. Is this as water source? A little trickler. It is. Ah, falling. Yes. That sounds fast flowing. Mountain spring. And then look at my map. Right on cue with water. Although I can't actually see where to put my bottle. Right down there, look. So it's fast flowing. Now that looks like piss. Look at that. Oh shit, look how yellow it is. That looks like piss. Tastes pucker though. Oh, I'm getting any fresher than that, my mate. Mountain piss. Well, thank you, water source. That is me fully topped up. I've got my 750ml bottle topped up. I've got a litre on the side of the backpack topped up. And I've even, just because I really liked that water source, I've got my water filter filled up as well with 600ml or whatever that holds. So that is plenty now. We're all sorted for the rest of this evening, tonight, as well as this first bit of walking section in the morning until we find the next water source. Now the liquids are out of the way, it's time for another little snack. So I've gone for a hot pepperami. Decent little snack for hiking, I think, peperamis. Obviously they're full of crap. They're not going to have much nutritional value, but they're 100 calories per stick, and I bought a pack of 5, and they don't weigh a right lot, so 500 calories, it's not too bad, is it? Obviously not going to eat them all at once, but I've just got them to snack on, give me a little boost. Look at the conditions, my mate. Look at that. It has actually cleared. I won't look at that side too much, but in the way we're going, looks like that little baddie there could be Great Shunner Fell. Or that, I don't know. It's going to be whatever's the tallest round here. Could even be that little heifer. I hope not. But so far I'd say I timed that absolutely bob on. It is 2:45 now, and we've got 2 miles to the camp spot. So that sound is that. It is a shame, man, because if it was summer and it wasn't getting dark till 9:30 or whatever, I've easily got another 10-15 mile in me hiking wise. Feel absolutely fine, but obviously with the short daylight hours, there's nothing we can do about that. And I'm not hiking with the head torch on this trip. I say that now, but no, I'm not. I'm going to be getting pitched up, Great Shunner Fell, and we'll have a good wild camp. Hopefully get some good views on the 3rd highest peak in Yorkshire. I genuinely thought this was the summit of Great Shunner Fell, and I don't think it is. I think it's a falsie. It is. Oh shit! That must be the summit there. I was thinking we didn't have to do that last bit quick then. But yeah, it's because we're not there. It's all good. A little bit windier up here, as you can imagine. Being up on tops, look at that now. With clouds blowing in. And just the sun peeking through. That looks sick, that. Could look at that for a while, you know. But we're not gonna, because we need to keep it moving. But yeah, man, this section has been well better than arsing about in farmers' fields and that, looking for path and looking for gates and stuff. Much prefer the mountainous hikes. And we are on a mountain. We're over 2,000 feet, let's have it right. I've already spotted there's a little wind cross shelter like these at top of Ingleborough. So we might end up chilling there for a bit later. I guess it depends where we end up pitching. I have no idea what the terrain is like on the summit. And if it's all like this, it's either too boggy or too rocky. I'm sure we'll find somewhere. We always do. Well, here we are. I was expecting some form of trig point, but maybe just the top of this cross is the summit. So obviously we're going to bag it while we're here. So this is Great Shunner Fell, 2,349 feet in the bag. Boom shanker. You know how it is. Let's find somewhere to pitch this tent. And I certainly had not to worry about when it comes to places to pitch. Look how flat it is here. We're literally on the summit. So I'm just going to pitch up there. think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to say now, innit? There we are, all pitched up in the Bonfus Duos 2P on the summit of Great Shunner Fell. And look at the absolute scenes up here. We've got a low-lying cloud in the distance, but clear blue skies. That is beautiful. Sun setting in that direction. It might seem a little bit sketchy pitching on top of a mountain in a trekking pole tent that's not for season, but I've checked the forecast. The wind doesn't seem to be kicking off too much later on, so we should be fine. I've had this out in at least 30 miles per hour winds, and as long as it's pegged in fine, it'll do the job and it'll survive the night, no qualms. It feels like a long time since I last camped in this. I'm trying to think if I've camped in it since the France trip. I don't think I have, I'm not sure. But anyway, tonight's the night. Couple adjustments to the trekking pole and we're in. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Lovely jubbly. I've had to shut the doors because the wind's been blowing about like crazy. The first thing you want to do after a long day's hiking is take them trainers off and take these big socks off. They're my seal skins, my waterproof socks. And then underneath I've got my Injinji toe socks. I'm surprised these have made it all the way without popping. Cheesy, thin and crispy, snapped. They're new, I just spotted them and I thought, look like a bit of me. Cheese and sour cream. Oh, they didn't survive. There's a little hole in them. I hope they've not been dribbling out all the way. Feel a bit crushed as well. Oh, that's all my food and my electricals and that. And I have somehow managed to squeeze my full-on winter sleeping bag inside this little 35 litre pack, which is sick that I can come on a multi-day hike in winter and still only use a 35 litre pack. And I brought quite a lot of food with me. Not the usual crap, I haven't brought loads of pots and pans and all that stuff. Down booties as well. Big arse light for filming when it's dark later on. Right, let's get out of all this hiking gear and into some warm gear. There we are, all sorted, nice and warm now. So this isn't my warmest winter jacket, but I thought it'll do for tonight. It's not as cold as it has been, and to keep the pack weight down, because that other one's quite bulky. So this is a 4-class MT 500, I think. Probably my most used down jacket. Well, it is, there's no probably about it. My most used down jacket, along with the Nature Hike down pants. So I think now, I don't know how well this mic is picking up that wind, but tent's getting a bit of a shakedown. So I think I'm going to get out, just make most of this last little bit of light. Hopefully we'll get a decent sunset and then we'll get some tea on.
I was watching a football match and James HERRIOT was playing for Birmingham. He was the goalkeeper. He was playing such a good game that night. And I thought, by Jove, what a nice name, James HERRIOT. And just at that time I was looking desperately for a nice sounding name to use as my pseudonym. And every pleasant name I could think of, I looked up the veterinary register, and there's thousands of veterinary surgeons. It was there already. I looked up James HERRIOT, there was no HERRIOTs.
Sabadee. Oh, hello. So this is what they call golden hour. And how nice does that look? Sit down here for a minute. Or is it piss wet through? Yeah, it's piss wet through. That's not. That must have been in the sun a bit more. Oh, yes. Let's have a bit of that, eh? Lovely pitch. Look at the colours all the way around. And then that low-lying cloud over there, so we can't actually see the sun right now. You It's just tucked behind those clouds. See colours. Even though the sunset's over there, just look at the colours. Shit, man. This is actually a great viewing point from this mountain. You got 360 views all the way around. The tent looks sick, man, doesn't it? Sick tent, that. Bombforce duo, stupid. Yeah, man. I'm liking that. I really am. It's quite windy though, isn't it? Tent's having a little shakedown. Everything's tight enough though, you don't want it to be too tight. It's nice to have a bit of flex. It's all good. Shit, that's tight as a drum, that. A bit too tight. Play a tune on that. Just look at that, man. That there, that. Sick. All of it. Might not be as cold as it has been, but it's cold still. Oh. I decided to bring my Rab Survival bivvy with me. One, because it acts as a bit of a backup if anything was to happen to this shelter, or if I couldn't find anywhere to pitch this shelter, then at least I've got a bivvy. It's not forecast to rain. Also, it acts as a little bit of extra protection for this Firmrest mat, because I don't have anything to go underneath it and I don't want it popping. The bathtub floor on these ultralight tents is really, really thin, although I am using the ground sheet from my Lanchan 2. So with the ground sheet, the bathtub floor, plus the bivvy, this mat should be fine, fingers crossed. When you've been on your feet hiking all day, all the fluids can go down towards your feet. Have you ever done a big mileage day and your feet look a little bit swelled? Well, that's what can happen. So by lying down and keeping your legs raised for a couple of hours, mine are fine to be fair today, but it's worth doing. Elevate those legs for a little bit. So now I think it's time to treat myself to a nice cup of Moroccan green tea and some banana cake. I still need to decide what to have for tea tonight. So I've got spicy pasta arrabbiata, I've got a chili con carne, and I've got this big old boy, chicken tikka with rice, 1,000 calories. That is a monster of a meal. I actually took that to France and I still haven't eaten it. In fact, all of these I took to France and I got absolutely sick of them. I were in France doing the Tour de Beauxbatons for, I think it was like 6 nights on trail, maybe 5 nights on trail, 8 nights in total. 8 straight nights in this tent, and for those 6 nights where all I were eating were dehydrated meals, man, it put me off them, and I've not had one since. But I thought, do you know what, if we're going to keep the weight down for this trail, I'll just bring my ultralight stove and we'll just have a dehydrated meal. I'm not sure how much gas I've got. This is me who normally brings about a week's worth of gas for one night's camping. I've got a little stubby with me. There's quite a bit in it though, I'll give it a shake. Should have weighed it to see, but it'll be right. So I'm thinking, save the pasta, because worst case scenario, if the gas runs out, I can cold soak that. It won't be as nice, but because it's pasta, it'll be fine. You don't actually need boiling water. Whereas with these, chili con carne with rice, chicken tikka with rice, I don't think they're going to be very nice, cold soaked. I'm thinking chili con carne, 600 calories, and I'll have my Cheez-It crisps to go with it. And that should do me. And then I can potentially save the big guy for tomorrow, because I'm probably not going to be stopping anywhere for any food. I've also got a few snacks for the rest of the trail. Whether I have these tonight or not, probably not. Might save these for tomorrow or the day after. So we've got some ribeye flavour, extra tender and soft biltong. So we've got a bit of scran. I've got some brekkie as well in here. What have I got? I've got a pot of porridge, cinnamon, and a pot of porridge, which I'm trying to keep upright because it's actually squashed and bust a little bit. That is golden syrup, that one. And then I've also got some Skittles, they're for hiking tomorrow. Today I had those squash 'em things, whatever they're called, you know what I mean, don't you? The banana and blueberry, were it? So tomorrow I've got these. And I've also got a full pack of crepes. Why not? I just didn't want to be starving whilst hiking, because if I'm hiking today, tomorrow, God knows how long I'm going to have to hike on the day after. It might be a full day's hiking again. So I need to make sure I've got enough food just in case.
I think it's finally time for a big feed. What time are we actually on? 5 to 9 and I've still not even had my big scran yet. I've definitely decided to go for the chili con carne. I don't really fancy it that much, but I know I've got to eat. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now with these, if you're not aware, because it's a dehydrated meal, you've got to pour the hot water in. I'm sure you'll know this, but just for those that don't, you pour the boiling water in, stir it all up, because obviously it's dry inside, getting right in nooks and crannies, in corners, stir it all up, and then you leave it for 10 minutes to hydrate. A good little tip, make sure it's fully sealed or this could be a catastrophe. And then put it in your sleeping bag. Nicely warm the inside of your sleeping bag up. And it should help it dehydrate quicker as well than it being just on the tent floor where it's cold. And I think with the rest of this, I'm going to top it up a little bit and make myself another cup of Moroccan tea. It's like when I'm eating these, I feel a bit ungrateful. There's people out there going without food and I'm complaining. But these are shit, man. Come on. I've said it a few times. It is a case of eating for the sake of the fuel that the food gives you. They're not that nice, man. Not these ones anyway. Adventure food. Nothing adventurous about this, son. It's like the actual texture of the food is just not that appealing when you're eating it. It's a bit like mush. Like baby food or something. And the flavour is definitely lacking. But apart from that, it's quite nice.
Quick last look at the tent, make sure we're all nice and secure, all good. So I'm going to get in the tent for the night now. That's sound. This door's flapping like a good one, obviously just because it's not closed yet. So it is a clear night, stars are out. I've been around the tent, checked all the guy lines, it's all good for the night now, we should be cushy. Those winds are picking up a little bit, but nothing this tent can't handle. So it's probably a good time for me to snooze. Just before I do, a quick little update on the stats for today's hiking. So according to my Apple Health app, I don't know if you can see that, or is it all just washed out? I'm not sure, but I've done 20.1 miles with a resting energy of 1,668 calories, active energy 2,223 calories. So I need to do some eating, don't I, really? But not tonight, bedtime. Steps 36,651. So we made some good progress today. Hopefully do around, I'm going to say 20 mile again tomorrow. And then that should leave us with the last section. That will be on a Friday, because I'm filming this on a Wednesday. Yeah, just to give you some sort of idea, sometimes I'm further ahead than others. At the moment, I'm filming this on the 15th of January, Wednesday the 15th of January. And according to my schedule, this will probably come out maybe back end of February. It's either going to be 17th or 24th. Might even be 10th, we'll see. So with it being like that, if there's ever a period where I just don't fancy going out that week camping or whatever, then it don't matter, because I'm well ahead with the videos. I'm not ahead with the editing though right now. That's what I will be cracking on with when I get home. Anyway, what am I rambling on about this crap for? I'm going to get some sleep and I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Laters.
Ooh, morning, you set of scallywags. The time is 6:48. I'd say that's early enough. I want to be out of here for 8 o'clock. Sunrise is 8:15. So, no time for dilly-dallying. I'm going to get some porridge on go. And then get this shit tip tidied up. And be on my way. Ready for another day's hiking. Out in the, where are we? Herriot Way. The Herriot Way. Another day on the Herriot Way. Perfect start to the day, this. All packed up inside tent now, ready to bounce. Just need to put the tent down, obviously. But oh my god, wait till you see this. We've got a stunning sunrise this morning. That is one of the best I have had for a long time. Right guys, there we are, all packed up. Can we just look at this stunning sunrise once again. These colours are unreal. Look at that, man. Just look at that. And I think this is a good place to end this episode. So if you want to see the second and final part of me hiking the Herriot Way, make sure you've subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out in a bit.